The SaberSim team has been working hard all offseason to make the best NFL DFS optimizer even better for the 2023 year. There's going to be full tutorials linked in the description of this video for everything I'm going to talk about here, but here are the quick notes of everything new in SaberSim that you need to know to crush NFL this year. We made a huge overhaul to the app this fall, and we're calling it SaberSim 3.0, dramatically improving the speed, control, and power you have with SaberSim building your NFL DFS lineups. There's a ton here that has been improved, but the big change is that SaberSim now exists as a one-page app. No longer do you need to bounce back and forth between the home screen, your settings screen, and your lineups on your build tabs. You have access to all three throughout your entire lineup building process here, and you can expand and collapse the information you need to at any given time to make the changes in the part of the app you need. This helps a ton with building your lineups efficiently and getting winning lineups into your contests on game day. Our one-of-a-kind play-by-play game sims help you build a great pool of lineups, but our new state-of-the-art contest sims will help you better identify the best ones to play. When you use our new contest sims as a part of our SaberSim Ultimate plan, we'll take each lineup in your pool and simulate it in a proxy contest that resembles the one that you're going to be playing on that particular slate. You can choose between up to 13 automatically updating and pre-generated fields that have been extensively back-tested by our models team here to see how different players play these contests at different stakes and entry limits. You can dynamically update your contest size and payout structure so we're simulating the contest correctly. And then when you actually go to sim your contest here and sim your pool in this contest, we'll give you powerful metrics like ROI, win rate, and the cash rate of your lineups in our simulation. This lets you skip a ton of the busy work and educated guessing that goes on when you're trying to figure out the best lineups to play in your contest, and accurately and precisely calculates the true ROI of each lineup in your pool. Building on optimizer mode will allow you to build lineups on SaberSim like a traditional optimizer while taking advantage of all of our other great features like late swap, contest sims, and our entry editor. For people that are building for cash games or just don't totally trust the black box of the sims or just want total control over what your lineups look like, you can turn your lineup builder into optimizer mode and add a powerful suite of randomness rules, lineup rules, and all the other controls you're used to on SaberSim. If you're new to SaberSim this season and you have an established process on a different optimizer mode can be a great place to start to figure out how to use SaberSim while you get more familiar with the sims. If you're the type of player that likes to run a bunch of different builds on SaberSim, targeting different game scripts and then combining them all into one contest, you can now seamlessly do that in SaberSim. Once you have a set of lineups you like from one build, just click the star icon next to My Lineups and we'll add those lineups to your Favorites tab. You can combine up to 500 different lineups from different builds into your favorites and then use the Favorites tab to fill any contest you're playing on that particular slate. This can be a great tool if you're running different builds to target different angles or just different strategies on the slate and ultimately want to combine them all into the same contest. The all-new Contest Flashback tool under the Contest tab in all contests is a great way to review completed slates on DraftKings to see how sharp players attack the slate or what the best simulated ROI lineups played in that contest were based on our contest sim, or overall just study and refine your process. Once you're viewing a contest by clicking the eye icon on the left-hand side here, you'll see all of the lineups that were actually played in that contest, and you can sort and view these by projected score, by their actual score, or by simulated metrics of what we expected those lineups to do based on our contest sim. In the middle panel here, you'll see a detailed breakdown of different players, their exposure in this contest, different stack exposures, what types of stacks that the field used most heavily, and my favorite feature, you can sort and filter by actually how different DraftKings usernames attacked the slate, what they won, what their expectation was, and more. My favorite way to use this is to look at a sharp player and see how they particularly attacked the slate. You can look at Giant Squid, for example, on the baseball slate last night and filter only by lineups that Giant Squid played and see what his highest projected lineups were, what the highest performing lineups were, and what the overall expectation of performance was on that particular slate. Our all-new adjusted ownership projection here adjusts the original ownership projection based on how well that player is doing in our simulations. A player with a higher adjusted ownership than their actual ownership here can be thought of as basically bad chalk. The Commanders defense, for example, on this slate, their ownership is 31% projected, but we're treating that ownership as if it's closer to 43% because it's a high variance defense that's going to be particularly chalky on the slate. If a player's adjusted ownership is lower than their actual ownership, it means that we think they're going to be pretty good chalk. In fact, the field might be rostering them a little bit less than they should be, and we're treating that ownership projection as less than what it actually is here. Adjusted ownership is a great research tool to find some bad chalk or some sneaky low-owned plays, but it's also automatically incorporated into SaberScore. When you build your lineups, we'll be factoring in this powerful dynamic metric automatically into your lineups to float those low-owned plays into your builds and fade some of the bad chalk. And if NFL isn't enough football DFS for you this fall, we've got full college football support now live in the app. That includes projections, ownership, our lineup builder, full play-by-play game sims, and contest sims. The entire SaberSim experience is now available for college football DFS. Our model for this sport was brought to you by Eric, our data scientist, aka ET Phone Home, one of the top college football DFS players in the world. So I highly recommend checking out a little college football DFS on Saturday while you're getting ready for the NFL DFS main slates on Sunday. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg here. As you're getting your lineups ready for Sunday, you'll probably notice a bunch of other powerful improvements that have been made to the app this year. Our support documentation has been updated with new tutorials for all of these different features in every part of SaberSim, and we're releasing NFL strategy videos showing you how best to use our tools as we lead up to week 1 this week. As always, if you have any other questions, you can always reach out in our Discord server or by emailing us at support@sabersim.com. Last note, we've reset everyone's trial for the start of NFL season this year. So if you've used a SaberSim trial in the past and want to come check out some of these awesome new features, you can get signed up with a brand new 5-day trial on our site, sabersim.com. Thanks for watching and good luck this year.